In this video, we'll look at the Candlestick Genetic Evolver in the WealthLab Candlesticks Extension. The Candlestick Genetic Evolver is a tool that automatically discovers new candlestick patterns by evaluating and evolving them against historical market data. You can access the Candlestick Evolver from the Extensions menu. Once opened, select the Genetically Evolved Patterns tab. The Evolver interface looks similar to the pattern library, but initially it's empty. This is because the Evolver needs historical data before it can begin generating and evaluating patterns. As with the pattern library, the first step is to load data. For this example, I'll load up the Dow 30 dataset. I can press the load button here to load the data. 51 symbols are loaded with an average 10-bar return of the overall market of 0.44%. That's the average 10-bar return of all of the individual stocks that comprised the Dow 30 since Wealth Data has been tracking it, which is about the beginning of the year 2000. This provides a baseline for evaluating the genetically evolved patterns. The Evolver works by assembling random candlestick patterns and evaluating their performance on the loaded data. Each pattern is evaluated based on its average return after a configurable number of bars, here set to 10. The best performing patterns are kept, while weaker ones are discarded. From the strongest patterns, the Evolver creates variations through mutation, and it also introduces new random patterns to maintain diversity. Each complete cycle of evaluation, selection, mutation, and replacement is called a generation. You can control what the Evolver is optimizing for. You can target bullish returns, bearish returns, or the likelihood that the next candle is white, that is, close higher than open, or black, close less than open. With the data loaded and the evolution target selected, we can click Start to begin the evolution. The Evolver is now randomly generating patterns as it passes through generation after generation, as shown here on the status bar. I'll pause the video and let this evolution run for 50 generations. We're nearing 50 generations now. As you can see, as the Evolver runs, new patterns appear and improve as each generation completes. When the run is complete, the strongest patterns appear at the top of the list. Click Stop to stop the evolution. Let's select the top pattern to get a description of it in the panel on the right. The first candle, candle N, uses a gene that divides one part of the candle by another and then compares it with a number. In this case, the size of the upper shadow is divided by the size of the lower shadow, and the result must be greater than 1. Also, candle N must have a heavy volume and must be considered a long candle. The previous candle, candle N-1, has a body length divided by a lower shadow length that's greater than 4. As we can see with this red candle here, the body length is definitely 4 times the size of the lower shadow. It's also considered a Heiken Ashi black bar, and it's contained within the full range of the candle 4 bars back. Although we can't see it here, we'll verify that when we look at it on the chart. So let's do that now by double-clicking on the pattern. We see we have no occurrences here on SPY. We tested this on the Dow 30, so let's enter a few Dow 30 stocks and see if we can get some occurrences. So here in IBM, we have 4 occurrences of our evolved pattern. Let's look at the most recent one. So here it is right here, P2. And we can verify that N-1 condition here on the chart. So this red candle is fully contained within the range of the candle 4 bars back, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is fully contained within this candle's range. That's what the evolver came up with for this pattern that has an average 10-bar return of 2.06%, considerably higher than the 0.44% of the overall market for the Dow 30. If you find a pattern that you want to keep, for example, this one, you can right-click it and add it to your pattern library. We can give it a name. The Candlestick Extension uses the convention of prefixing patterns with the word bullish, bearish, or neutral. Although you don't necessarily have to follow that convention, it does help with a few other candlestick features and can tie into them when you use building blocks. We'll call this bullish tutorial pattern. We're now taken to the pattern library where the pattern shows up in our list. And if we click the evaluate button again, we will see its statistics updated for the Dow 30 with 100 observations and an average return of 2.06%. To wrap things up, the Candlestick Genetic Evolver provides an automated way to discover new candlestick patterns that are tailored to your data and objectives. Continue to the next playlist video to explore more features of WealthLab's Candlestick Extension.